What is going on, y'all? Welcome to Follow Your Sports Show. My first premiere here, talking about Villanova basketball. We are definitely gonna get right to it. Things are big here. It's just a good 2021 class, and I honestly feel like Villanova is making good strides and being real aggressive. Angelo Brizzi and Rasul Diggins. Let's talk that. I want to talk about that. The point guard situation is big. I really think if you look at Villanova and what they're doing with the point at the guard period, I think this is a guard time. Just like when they got Brandon Slater and they had Sadiq Bey and Cole Swider, went for a lot of wings, right? Well, it's guard time. I mean, and then they went in and got a big man with Nana Njoku. And we'll talk more about Nana Njoku and what he means, what he brings to the table. When you look at Nana Njoku and the type of player that he is and what he becomes for this team, the 83rd best player in the whole nation, 14th best center, and the number one player in Delaware. Good sign, a top 100 player with your first sign in 2021. And it was one of the ones I said was going to happen sooner rather than later. When you look at players like Nana Njoku, and when you look at players like Trey Patterson, these are two guys. Nana Njoku's been recruited for Villanova for a long time, and I saw it coming just like with Eric Dixon. Duke was going to Eric Dixon at the time, but Villanova was doing a good job, and he was a PA guy. And so you're talking a real big guy, 6'9", 245, athletic, play defense. And when we talk about who's better between Njoku and a Sheffield, that's the big thing. Who's better between Njoku and Sheffield? And Dada? Are they the same? What type of players they are? They're post guys. But Njoku out of all three, and in this day and age, big men have to develop other the other aspect of their game to get more options, to get more looks as a big man, because everybody got those 3-point shots, not just mid range jumpers. So he's been trying to bring that to his game, and I can only see it get better. So it was just a good sign to get another guy that will in the future. If you look at 2021, 2022, now you have Dixon and Njoku, and that's a great. I mean, if you look at the talent, just the 2016 team that won the national championship, you didn't have, even though you had Darryl Reynolds, it was nowhere near the type of talent. It's two top 100 talents now for Villanova for 2021, 2022. It's going to be real fascinating to just see just how good Nova is in 2021, 2022. Because we have this year coming up 2020, 2021, excuse me. We're talking about championship. And we'll get to that more. Let's talk more about Diggins is the guy. I think he's on the burner right now. I think Brizzy's the guy they're going after. I really do. I think Villanova's going after Angelo Brizzy. I think that's just what's going to happen. Villanova is going after Angelo Brizzy, and they have just been, courting them and really aggressive with it. Now, it's just not like Villanova's not going to sit there and fall back and not go after more offers right now. I mean, if you look at the type of guy that Rasul Diggins is and what he brings to the table, he's number 52 in the nation. It's good for the six of prospects coming out the next couple of classes are really going to be good. He's been big on Villanova. He's always liked Villanova. He's been wanting this offer. I remember talking to him for VU Sports. This is a big offer for Villanova, and Villanova can get another top 50 guy. I'm really looking to see how this turns out because is Brizzy going to commit? He has some offers from Georgetown. I mean, Diggins has an offer from Kansas. Of course, every school he likes St. Joe, but I think Villanova can really get Diggins. It's going to be something to watch because Archbishop Wood, Colin Gillespie's there. So it's a lot of momentum like going towards the Diggins offer. I'm not saying that don't worry about Diggins. I'm saying right now, Brizzy is the guy they're going after and they're courting real hard. But this is going to be something interesting. 6'1", 160, the third best player in PA. seventh best point guard in the nation is Russell Diggins. What you looking at, man? I mean, he can actually he can commit soon. With this pandemic, a lot of commits are happening soon. Players don't have a chance to go visit schools. They don't have a chance to sit back and get other offers and go see schools before they could get offers. Now, saw a virtual visit, and it's not like now they've been wanting. See, what happens is players have pretty much a timeline, but even if they tell you they don't, when they're going to commit, now that they're not going to be able to visit schools because it's a big part of recruiting. They're going to go ahead and just label it down by the offers and who's calling, who's doing virtual visits. You have to make this game changing life decision of going to college. That's just what it is. Trevor Kills, he's number 17 for the nation. And Virginia's head on is hard on him. Like they're doing a good job, I think, right now is Virginia. But Villanova's still in the hunt. I mean, shout out to Kiyosha Kills, his mom. I always a real good support unit. And I just feel like that I know that we got Brandon Slater, but we didn't get Jeremy Roach. And you look at Trevor Kills, Virginia's on him. Not saying we're out of the running. If you think, what do I think? Is there a lot that Virginia gets from? I think they're 80% right now. I think Nova still has it, but you can also say it's just such an up and down thing because he likes Nova. Trevor Keels likes Nova, so we'll see how that goes and how this rolls. But right now, looking at who they're going after, Keels is the guy that they're prioritizing. Keels, they're definitely prioritizing Keels, trying to recruit him. Not only that, it's Langston Love. I mean, it's like you're looking at Kills, and Kills can play point guard, he can play shooting guard. He's 6'5". He can play some wing, he can play some three. But Langston Love is the guy at 6'4". He's the shooting guard that they're going after. He's the guy that watch out for this sign. Number 25 in the nation, third best shooting guard, number 2 in Florida. Watch out. Watch out for this guy. Um, Complete player, 5-star. And the way Nova does their recruiting, you think you know what's going on. You have no idea what's going on. You have no idea. They try to keep people in the loop. The one that's out there, the recruiting that's out there is you look at Max Christian, Trevor Kills. Those are two ones, the two battles, two tug of wars, Duke and Virginia. So this is going to be super huge to see just how these people, you know, around these two prospects react. I mean, because there's no visits now. So now we're going to see this is going to be this battle of the minds. Who can, be the better recruiter? This is going to be something big. Like I said, you look at Virginia and you look at Virginia on kills, but that doesn't mean Villanova can't soar up there because he likes Villanova. They just got Njoku at center. They're going to a point guard. They're going to shooting guard. They're going to small forward. They're going to power forward. So all this is going to be large for the school to lock down these recruits to try and get a Fab Five. Fab Five. So Brizzy and Diggins was 2 point guards. They need a point guard to lead this class. Tamar Bates, another cat from Kansas. Looking at him, combo guard, shooting guard, point guard. So that's another bat. He hasn't got no offer, but they're recruiting him. They've been looking at him. But they just got a lot of offers here. They got Love, you got Diggins, you got Longino. See, Love and Longino are two shooting guards that Villanova's after. Those are two shooting guards that Villanova's looking at. And as things keep going, as the recruiting process keeps rocking, it's just going to see where these guys. People say they haven't. I've been doing some digging deep about Langston Love. I've been digging real deep about Langston Love. I feel Langston Love. I feel Langston Love is the type of guy that he can be a lottery pick. And if you look at this class, let's look at 2021. Look how it's shaped. It's a little different. Looking at a fat last time, it was real indecisive. If you look at the 2020 class and you look at the 2019 class, you didn't know where it was going to go until Jaden Springer didn't commit. In 2019, you see it was Isaiah Stewart, Jeremiah Robinson Earl. They had Jalen LeCue was involved. So many guys involved. You had Brian Antoine, Scotty Lewis. So many guys were involved for Villanova in 2019. So when you look at that and look at how Villanova has come together with 2021, I mean, Mason Love to me will commit as a shooter. That's my prediction. They've been doing a good job. They've been prioritizing them. It's been a low recruiting, just like them the Jokus. Got low at a couple of interviews, just like Love. It got low. Just watch out for the Langston Love. Out of all the recruits that Villanova could get, watch out for Langston Love recruiting to Villanova. I'm positive to watch out for this. They're also recruiting Caleb Houston, who's like a top 10 recruit in 2022, who goes to Mount Verdi. Where does Love play? All right. All right. So we got, looking at Love, another Mount Verdi guy. They try to stay in there. IMG, Jarris Walker. This is another guy who Villanova is recruiting. Jarris Walker. All around talent. All around talent. And Jalen Duren is also going to IMG. So Nova, this is a guy you got to watch out for him being a G League guy. Any guy that Villanova's recruiting in the past couple of cycles, Jalen Duren could be a G League guy. And there's another guy, Scott Clark. I just feel like the monster he's around as far as LeBron James and that unit, we could see the G League possibly come. What would they offer him though? What they offer him? That's the thing. But Langston Love is that target there. If Langston Love does not commit, look for Longino. And I think that offer was simply to say if Longino don't commit, if Love don't commit, we go Longino. And you look at, like I say, there's always a battle. The Brizzy and Diggins battle. If Brizzy doesn't commit, I'm telling y'all that's the guy. Brizzy is the guy right now. If he doesn't commit soon, and they look at him, I think Villanova really wants to knock out this class really quick, so they can focus on other recruits. I think they're really going hard and trying to get a 5-man class. Max Christie, yeah, he's priority. They are prioritizing him hard. And right now, Duke is the team. See, Duke is going after some people. It's not a positive thing that Duke is going to go after Max Christian. It's just not positive because they got so many guys they can go after. You got Kamunga, Baldwin. They're after the top guys. Jabari Smith. They're after some of the top guys. So there's a real big chance that Max Christie could be a Villanova Wildcat. You know, uh, if you're looking at other guys, because they might fall back because this is a long battle, and Duke wants to go ahead and go after guys instead of giving up. They're doing the same thing. You don't want to focus on one guy. Villanova has been hard at Christie. I think he is listen right now. I think he's 75 Villanova. I just hear so much things about how he loves Villanova, and this how Villanova's having a good relationship with him. So this is big, and they offered it before everybody else. Like this could be super. And then if they get him, this is the hugest commit. Only for the simple fact of the fit of Max Christie and how he's able to shoot the ball and stroke the ball. He could really be a special Villanova player. He got the build of a Kerry Kittles, skinny, long, got length. I actually feel like that if you look at players like Christie, they're perfect just because he can shoot the rock so good. That's why Spellman was perfect. Spellman could really shoot better than anybody on their team in 2018. He really was the smoothest shooter. You look at a lot of good shooters in Bridges, Brunson could shoot. Percentage is high, DiVincenzo, but Spellman was such a smooth shooter. Especially to be 6'9", is scary. But now we talk about Trey Patterson, who is the most important because He has being recruited for 2 years by Villanova. Been to Hoops Mania many times. This is a Villanova to me. And if I had to name it, 100% Villanova. They have showed him love. He's like the same thing, Brian Antoine, Scotty Lewis. One of them we knew for sure, but I predicted two, and then one got leaned off of. And this is the same recruiting factor. They offered them. I knew they was gonna offer him. Period. I mean, they waited a couple years before they offered him. And I think Trey Patterson, who can play the four at 6'8", can do the ball, can pass the ball, can shoot from outside, can drive when he can post you up, can do it all. If you're looking at a guy that can remind you of Sadiq Bey, this is a guy. This is the player that can remind you of Sadiq Bey, Trey Patterson. If I'm talking about a clone, I'm talking Trey Patterson. Max Christie is more like Reggie Miller for sure. He's a shooter. That's what he does. He's Reggie Miller clone all over again. I used to look at R.J. Hampton and say, this is because of the way he scored, but he did so much more on the court. As he started turning into different type of players, like a John Wall / Reggie Miller / he was that type of player. But Max Christie is a clone. He is that type of guy. He's a big shot maker. So if we're looking at who I think commits, that's it. Like I've always told people, who would I want? Who would I want? It don't matter who I want. I mean, a lot of people ask me that. It don't matter who I want. This is who I think is the best point guard between Brizzy and Diggins. Better score is Diggins. Better complete point guard is Diggins. Better big game, but Brizzy, it's not like you're getting less. Like, oh, I got Brizzy. This kid, if I have to talk about Brizzy in so many ways, he's really a complete playmaker, passing the ball. He's not scared to shoot in your face, and he has range. I mean, I just think either one is real good. Tamar Bates, when he gets an offer, but he's in the back, just like Epton Reed was in the back. We'll just see what happens. But they're just looking at him and recruiting him, and they've been pursuing him. I would be surprised if he got an offer because looking at Longino, Love, and then you give Bates, and then you give Diggins, and then you give Brizzy. It's pressure now. Now it's time. Who's going to commit? And Bates is from Kansas, and what doesn't surprise me is that he's from Kansas because they got Robinson Earl from Kansas. So Villanova's starting to plant their seeds and stay right where they at. So that's big there. Max Christie's from the West Coast. They gave Jalen Green an offer. So they were going after Johnny Juzang. So to stay planted in where they're going, plant seeds and makes it grow. So it's real big for Villanova right now. Looking at the rosters and what it could be like if Villanova was to get the class I was talking about. This was Brizzy, Langston Love, Caleb Daniels would be there. I think Antoine and Justin Moore will be there. I think Antoine will play small forward. I think I think that you get a Cole Swider at the four and you get a Dixon. And if you look at that, Cole Swider's going to be ready his senior season. He's going to contribute next season. I'm always going to say these guys are good players. You can talk about what Cole did last year, but he evolved. A lot of things he definitely didn't do his freshman year. Scoring got a little inconsistent, but that's going to get better. The guy's a natural scorer. Don't doubt him at all. Backing up, Christie's going to get some time. I just think he will. I think Slater gets time and Christie gets time. I think as a freshman, Christie won't get pushed because Christie's not going to be a one and done, man. I mean, if he goes to Duke and plays, everybody knows now that just because you go to Duke, Kentucky, don't mean you're going to be a lottery pick or a first round pick. That phenomenon is gone. So Max Christie and he could fall back, and Slater could be there and let Max Christie just come in and do a little bit here and there, like Jay Wright does with his freshmen. Give him a little bit of minutes, let him soak in it, and Slater's going to get time behind Antoine. Then you got Njoku with Dixon, and that's going to be a great package. I just think that's right there. That's depth. You go back to the guards. It's Moore and Daniels, and you got Brizzy, and you got Archie Diacono. And then you still got Langston Love, who I feel could get in there. It's going to be something to see which freshman breaks out because Jay Wright always gives his freshmen, some leeway if they earn it. And I think Langston Love's one of those guys, 6'4", can pass the ball quick, do a lot on the basketball floor. And like people forget about Chris Archidiakono. But one of those guards is going to be redshirted. Trey Patterson backing up. Cole Swider taking over the four position. Trey Patterson can automatically come in there and get time at the four. Automatically. I think out of all the freshmen, he's the one guy that can get it. Trey Patterson. So they look good. That's a good looking team. That's a top five team. But in those sequences, you have to look at the fact that who's going to be the leader. I think Khalid Daniels, Brian Antoine, Justin Moore, and Cole Swider all could be something hard to deal with during their year. And then you still got Eric Dixon. I mean, all those guys to share the ball around. They can be the same as this past team that's going to have three seniors in Gillespie, Dada, Damian Cosby Roundtree, and Jermaine Samuels. But you still got Jeremiah Robinson, Earl, and Justin Moore, who are going to clown this year. They're going to be so evolved in their second year. Like, that's going to be scary to see just how good those two get. And you still got Gillespie, still got Samuels, and you got Dada. Damian Cosby Roundtree, for those who don't know who Dada is, don't know. Then you got Eric Dixon coming off the bench. Then you got Cole Swider. Then you got Brandon Slater. So these cats are going to be ready. Ready. When the season starts, the Caleb Daniels acquisition and Eric Dixon is going to make this a totally different team to guard. Whatever Dada doesn't bring to the court, Dixon's going to make up for. Plus, he has a three-point shot. So that is a solidified Simmons position. Caleb Daniels comes and adds that spark off the bench, regardless. Next to Gillespie and Moore. And then you still got Antoine, who's going to play. He's going to be a problem from the 3 to the 2. He's going to be a problem. He's going to move all around the court and be a real hard matchup problem. So you got Antoine and Gillespie, and you still forget about Swider off the bench. And you're going to forget about Slater, the energy he brings. I think he steps up even more. You hear how, Coach Wright talks about him. So this is big. I just want people to understand that, Villanova is trying to lock down this 2021 class faster than any other class they've really locked down, especially with the pandemic going down. They're trying to take advantage of their appearances and how they recruit these guys. So this is huge. I feel like this is huge, and I feel like Villanova's making strides. Now, look, this is my first, YouTube episode. I have more things going on, more Villanova radio. Podcasts are going to go on, but I'll get more in depth and more in depth. This is the first segment. Wanted to give y'all something live real quick. Tomorrow I'll be talking more Eagles. And then I got more and more Villanova coming. I got Penn State, got everything coming. But right now, we all here. Everybody stay safe for the coronavirus out there. And, all the analysts are doing great jobs with their podcasts and their shows. Support all of them. Because we're keeping the heartbeat. We're keeping the heartbeat of sports going. So I'm out of here, y'all. Follow the sports show. Y'all stay safe.